Hi, I'm Jeff Dial. Welcome to another edition of Footprints in American History. Today's story, we're going to talk about the meeting of two dangerous men. Stay tuned. Okay, today's story is about the meeting of two of America's most dangerous men of the time. The first person we're going to discuss is Devil Anse Hatfield. Now, ironically, I'm actually a direct descendant of him. And Devil Anse Hatfield is of the famous Hatfield and McCoy feud fame. Now, Devil Anse Hatfield, in this particular part of the story, is hidden in the hills. He's hiding and he's near the Tug River. Now, the Tug River separated West Virginia from Kentucky. McCoys are on the Kentucky side. West Virginia side is where the Hatfields are. Now, with the Tug River, what had happened was there had been some really bad storms lately. So the river was running much higher than normal, and you could definitely tell just by looking at it that it was running a lot rougher. Now, Devil Anse is hidden from view of anybody that's on the river, and he's just kind of looking around with his rifle. And as he does, he notices in the distance there's a person coming on horse, and he doesn't know who it is, so he takes aim at this person, gets him right in his gun sights. Now, as he's doing this, he looks down and he sees just about the size of a pinhole on his rifle, some kind of speck, and he's a little just grunts in disgust. Gets it off with his fingers. His uncle Jim Vance had the gun before. Apparently he did not like how he did not take care of the gun afterward. So he scrapes it off. Now he's looking at this person coming up on the horse, getting a little bit closer. The man on the horse does not even know that he's there, hidden in the trees. So Devil Anse pulls a branch back so he can get a little bit better aim at this man. And as he does, he suddenly realizes this is no McCoy. He does not know who this person is. He's looking at this person, and as he does, he notices that this man is riding on a pretty antsy horse. This horse is a little bit on the nervous side, and it's obvious that both want to get some distance between them and wherever it is that they're coming from. The man stops over by the Tug River, and he's surveying the banks of the river, and it's obvious he's deep in thought. He does not even know that there is a gun trained on him. Devil Anse decides, okay, this can't be somebody that we're looking for, no enemy of the Hatfields at least. First of all, he has pearly revolvers, way too shiny. His clothes are way too new. And it's just obvious that something's very different about this man. So he decides, okay, this person's not an enemy, so he comes out of the clearing on his horse. The man on the horse who had been looking at the river now looks over and he sees Devil Anse. And he says, hello. So Devil Anse replies hello back, and the man looks at him, not knowing that a gun had just been trained on him a few moments before, and he says, I was thinking of crossing here, but it looks like the water is too deep and treacherous. Devil Anse agrees. He replies, 'Tis for a truth, you better turn back. So the man says thanks. He turns around on his horse and he rides off the shiny black mare that he was riding. So Devil Anse looks at him. He just watches him as he rides off and disappears into the distance. He had just had his gun trained moments before on one of the most famous outlaws in American history, Frank James, brother of Jesse James. And the reason he was wanting to put distance between him and wherever it was he was coming from was because they had just robbed a bank in Huntington, the James gang, 4 of them, of $10,000, and he wanted to get away as fast as possible. So 2 of the most famous and dangerous men of that time period had just met, and one of them had his guns trained on him without the other one knowing, in just a chance encounter. I'm Jeff Dial. I want to thank you for watching this edition of Footprints in American History. We'll have more stories coming up. In the meantime, fair winds and following seas. Have a great day, everyone.